Alright, doing a little bit of research on knots. Let's stick with the creepy vibe like I did last time. I really did enjoy that. I'm thinking tied up hands, or maybe something strong like that. Let's give it a go. I can't do hands at all. I already can't draw people, and the next thing I'm wanting to do is hands. Oh my god. No. Not bad. But I feel like these guys are too long. Okay, not too bad. I don't think. This hand's a little wonky donkey. I have a few references over here, so I'm trying to match that up. And of course, this finger is not nearly as long as these guys. Well, doesn't that look just a billion times better already? I like it. I really, really do. Quick and easy today, but that's gonna make editing super easy. That's okay. Let's see what we get. Mono drawing pen. I think we should make the hand a very skinny black, and then maybe by the time we get to the rope, or different idea. Whole thing skinny lines, and then each little twist in the rope knot, I create shadows that draw people, I do landscapes and animals, so I don't really know, I guess, where to get all the resources for drawing hands. Of course, a quick look on Pinterest has already given me quite a bit of references, so that's awesome. But how long did it take you to master hands? I mean, have you even mastered hands, or have you forever given up on those? Is there somebody specific who taught you, or are you a completely self-taught artist? What's the coolest trick you ever learned from somebody? And maybe it has affected how you draw to this day. I used to have a friend way back in elementary school who loved to draw people, mostly girls, anime girls. She started to get really good at the faces and the hair and the eyes and like the general front of the body, but she would always draw the hand behind the back or in the sweatshirt or just out of view, any position that puts the hands out of view. And I would always, ask her why she did that. She said, I just don't want to learn how to practice hands. And I would always be like, yeah, but that's not gonna work out in the long run, right? So anyway, all these years later, the last time I've seen some of her art posts, we don't really talk anymore, she's really gotten good at drawing hands. She likes more abstract art, where she draws sketched out women on canvases and then does a bunch of colors and then maybe a meaningful poem behind it. She really is into poems now, which is another form of art. I took an animation class in high school, and every day for the first 10 minutes he would throw up a random picture up on the screen, and we would have to draw the bases of it. Yeah, that's about right. And basically what it taught us was overall look for the general shape in things, especially in hands. So many people were focusing on the realism and getting every single little wrinkle, but what he was starting to point out was, draw your triangles or draw your squares or your ovals or whatever it is that you use to draw hands, and get the basics down, the general position of the hand, the shape, and then from there fill in like wrinkles and shadows, and it'll all come together. In the human mind, you'll be surprised. It really fills in the rest of it automatically. I mean, animation class will be another story time video that I have planned, but it was not as great as you thought. Spoiler alert, in animation class, we made websites. Yeah. I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for this to dry so that way I can erase it and start my stippling. I really don't want to smudge this. Okay. I'm getting bored just sitting here, so let's risk it all. Okay, I'll start with the stuff that I inked first, and maybe it'll be dry by then. Okay, we did it. Stippling. As much as I love the other old-timey pen, I find myself really using this mono drawing pen by Tombow. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm probably gonna take a nap after this. Another thing that I learned in animation class teacher always told us that one of the hardest limbs of any creature at all to draw, correctly and perfectly, is a horse leg. And if you can master horse legs, you can master hands. I don't know about that. I think both are pretty equally difficult. Like I say, I draw and paint animals, and horse legs are difficult. Very difficult, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe it's just because I don't really draw human hands very often that I'm kind of like, oh my god, these are the hardest things. I don't know how many more hand drawings I'll be doing for the rest of this month. Hey, I'm just kind of trying to survive one day at a time, you know? Oh, there's those, and I love it so much, but I can't. Ugh, my hand. But the show must go on. Ooh, you know what I should invest in? One of those mannequin hands, I think, that you can actually bend and turn and do things with and put it in certain positions, and you can see how the hand looks. I don't recall the little stick figure dummies that you put on your desk and you put them in certain positions and you copy that, but instead it's for hands. I know they can be like $30-40. They're kind of expensive, but ooh, I wonder if I should. I know that anatomy is very difficult to draw, especially if you're just learning, because there's so many subtle lines that define an entire person and, you know, character and shape. But I think it also depends on the style. How realistic are you trying to go? Okay, it only cost me carpal tunnel, but I did it. So I don't care that the hands are left completely blank like that. We don't really add a lot of color so far, at least in the last two. Maybe the shadows should be in green? Let's try it. You know, I've been advised before by other artists that if you're really, really trying to study realistic anatomy and the curve and shape of literally everything, to actually take an anatomy class, like a basic one. And I've actually had a couple of students at my high school who would do that. They would be super good at it in class, and so I would ask them, oh my god, how did you learn to do that? And they're like, well, first off, years of practice, obviously, that always helps. And second off, I'm straight up taking an anatomy class here, and I'm learning all the muscles and the bones and the way that our body, you know, bends and turns and shapes the way it does. And I've always thought that was kind of cool. I mean, I know once you start getting into, like, college and, like, nurse degree programs, that stuff gets really taxing and tiring. I mean, have you ever considered taking an anatomy class to really learn how to do things? I mean, what really helps also is a bunch of references. Constantly have references open, many of them, as you are drawing. Okay, straight up, I'm kind of proud of this hand. This one looks pretty good. Don't look at that one. Really, it's just this part right here. It's so awkward when the human hand just... I mean, it would be the other hand, of course, because my thumb's in the wrong place, but it's so awkward the way it, like, ew. Ew. Not much for today. Very simple, very basic, but sometimes you gotta do the basic stuff and do more simpler stuff, and then other ones can be big. a lot of detail that take you a lot longer. And that is okay sometimes. Ooh, tomorrow is Raven. Eee, I can see that being a lot. We might go big tomorrow to make up for this. And that's okay. Okay, leave a like, subscribe. It really does help, you know, YouTube like me better. Comment any tips and tricks that you know as I learn, you know. Follow me on my art journey. Bye.